Hi there and welcome to Magic Hearts Tarot. I am Michelle. We're going to take a look at what we need to know. What is the message from Spirit and what do we need to know today? Perseverance. You have the power within yourself to conquer any challenge and come out stronger on the other side. Trust in your resilience and your ability to persevere. So, see the light up here? It's like you're on this path of darkness, and they're saying, keep going. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Remember your own personal power. Like, trust in yourself that you're going to come out the other side. The beginning. There's still time to adjust or start over. Feel life flowing freely through your being. All your wishes can come true in the creative potential of a new beginning. So if you're right now feeling stuck in this darkness, not thinking you're going to get out of it, thinking that this is the way it's going to have to be, or that you're just going to have to, continue living this life that isn't necessarily the one that you thought you were going to be having. And some of you might be feeling that it's not going to get any better and that things can't change. And this is a reminder that it can. That there's still time to adjust. There's still time to start over. There's always time to start over. Think of a new day as a new beginning. Every day is a new beginning. Continue, keep pushing through, and eventually you're going to push out to the other side and you're going to see this light. Because even the card of the beginning has, the light peeking through. It's like, look for the silver lining, even when something isn't so great or wonderful. And we have let it be. If you need to solve a problem, ask yourself, what is the simplest way to proceed? When you call forth the simplest path, it appears, and vice versa. So it could be a simple resolution here to get you out the other side, is basically what that's saying. That you're thinking something is difficult is what I'm feeling here. Like you're thinking it's this huge project, or there's this huge undertaking that you have to do in order for things to get better. And what this is saying is that look at the situation, like step back and see it differently rather than thinking it's a huge problem. Because I know, personally speaking, when something comes up, it's like we automatically catastrophize and we think something horrible is going to happen, when the solution is as simple as a phone call, or, like asking somebody an information, and then that person answers this one question for you, and then it's like, oh, that's not the way I thought it was going to happen. So you were sitting there thinking there was going to be this huge thing, when really it was a matter of, let's just say, filling out some paperwork, and then it was over, whatever the situation was for you. So you were like thinking that all hell was going to break loose, when really you just needed to sign a form, let's just say, hypothetically. And so it's that kind of feeling where you're thinking, everything's falling down around you, when it was just a matter of, let's just say, a phone call, or it was a matter of finding some information that helped you to get, like I said, push through to the other side. It's like it doesn't have to necessarily be a big thing. Like it could be that you're wanting a position at your job and you're thinking that you have to go back to school, and they're like, no, you just have to take one class rather than you having to like go to school for like 3 years or something. See what I mean? It's something like that. It's like it's not as big or as hard or as difficult. There's a simpler approach. And then we have soul awakening. You are quite irresistible when your mind and heart pulse in the same rhythm. Why spend your days fighting yourself? You have better things to do. See what I mean? It's what I was saying before with regards to catastrophizing. It's like you're fighting with yourself. You're thinking that there's something big that you have to do or need to do in order to get up out of where you are, when really, let's just say you're sitting on that step. The easiest way to get out is to stand up and walk up the hill, right? Simple. And that's what they're talking about. Like, you have to move in order to make something happen. And the simplest thing, the simplest, way of proceeding out to get out of something is literally getting up and doing something. And at the bottom of the deck, we have, remember who you are. You carry stardust in your bones, your ancestors' wisdom in your blood, and the whole universe in your soul. Know yourself, and nothing will bring you down. Same idea as perseverance. Remembering who you are. Think about, there's a lot of things in our life that in that moment we've pushed through, and while we were doing that, we weren't thinking that it was probably one of the most difficult things that we ever had to do. Like, that's the feeling of that. It's like, remember who you are, and that you don't have to sit in a space of uncertainty. Just you moving forward one step at a time will get you out of that. And then we have heart path. It's not worth pursuing a path without passion. This road will only lead you to uncertainty and frustration. Follow your heart and you can't go wrong. So this starting over that they're talking about, it's kind of like, if where you're at doesn't make you happy, that's not where you're supposed to be. That path that you're on, the reason why you can't move, it's like you lost your drive. You lost your spark. And so what this is saying then, remember who you are. Well, what is it that you wanted to do? What goal was it that you wanted to achieve? What was the thing that you wanted to do all this time, but you hadn't, for whatever reason, pursued it? So what they're saying is remember that. And that's what's going to get you going, because that's the road that you're supposed to be on. Then we have where there is hope. Don't believe that past defeats or disappointments will keep you from succeeding. True success grows from lessons. A hopeful heart never gives up. So that's where that simplest path comes from. It's not necessarily in the sense of it's simple, right? It's the fact that when we have that belief in us and we believe that anything is possible, and we're not sitting in that energy of thinking, well, because I didn't achieve it then, this here isn't going to happen. When we leave that behind and we embrace the energy of hope and optimism, the simplest problems is what we then have in front of us. The simplest, things, not necessarily these big, huge, obstacles. It's like, and things become simple. It's like the simplest task, the simplest problem, you know, and that's because we have all this hope in us. Like we are remembering that we can, you know, do whatever we set our mind, you know, out to do, basically. And then we have, you are complete. You are not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't spend your life fixing problems. Dwell in the beauty of your being. You are enough, now and always. And your soul is opening up right now. This awakening that you're feeling. It's like you spent so many days and so much time thinking you had to fix yourself, that there was something wrong with you, that you weren't good enough, that you weren't worthy of ever finding your happiness or your joy. And that was part of the reason why you weren't ever trying or beginning or doing, and you lost all hope. And that's why this is saying, remember who you are, remember what you've done, remember what you've achieved at points in your life. And that you are someone who is complete and perfect. You know, it's like perfectly imperfect we are. We as souls, you know, it's like we all have things that we've done and wish we didn't do, and nobody's perfect, but everybody at some point in their life goes through a time where they, you know, feel sorry for themselves, you know, or they think that they don't deserve to be happy. Like we've all hit rock bottom. And this point right now in your life, you're needing to remember who you are to get yourself up out of this. Okay, so I want to get some tarot here to clarify. As I split the deck, we have the Two of Swords. It's like you choosing you. You choosing the way forward. It's up to you to decide. Do you want to sit and be stuck, or do you want to choose to move forward? That's what's happening here. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, remember who you are. You are somebody that's capable. You are somebody that can conquer anything you set your mind to. And these are, here, this is a huge life lesson for you. It's kind of like you're breaking free from some limited belief in thinking that you can't continue to try. That if you tried it once and it didn't work, then it must not be meant for you. Not necessarily. That's why you have to begin again. Every day is a new beginning. The reason why it's not working is because you're not believing in your own capability. And that's why, again, they're asking you to remember who you are. To remember all those times that you pushed through something that somebody else might not have necessarily been able to do. And we have the Seven of Cups here. What I'm feeling here is that what you're needing to understand is that these past defeats, these past disappointments, these were lessons for your soul's growth. And that what I'm feeling is that just because these things didn't work out, you're not realizing that a problem that you're facing, there is a simple way out. There really truly is. And you thinking that there's not is this illusion. And that you're needing to believe in yourself in order to see the simplicity of the choice. Like, it's not as difficult as you think it is. And then we have the 9 of Cups. Wishes come true. It's like you believing in you again is the answer here to a lot of the things that you've been coming up against. And once you're able to do that, it's like everything you've ever wanted is actually within reach, rather than you thinking it's a million miles away and that it's unattainable. You see? 9 of Pentacles, building your own kingdom. King and Queen of Pentacles. It's like balancing that masculine and feminine energy within you is really what's going to help you here. Like, build your own abundance. It's like if you ever thought that in order for you to have all that you've ever wanted, that you needed, a divine counterpart, let's just say. And what you're realizing is that you yourself are going to do this on your own. Like, there's not a reason for you to have somebody help you. If you not moving was because you were waiting for somebody to come and they're like, no, you're needing to believe in yourself. Going back to that. And then once you start believing in yourself and things start moving, it's like that's you balancing that masculine and feminine energy, which then helps you, because the 9 of Pentacles is a self-made person, somebody who has built their own security. Because the next is the 10 of Pentacles, which is you're set for life. You don't have to depend on nobody. It's like you did that all on your own. And you're realizing that. And it is a place of believing in your own worth is what we're talking about. Believing in yourself. Believing that you can do whatever this is that you're wanting to do. Because you've given up on yourself and they don't want you to sit in that energy anymore. Look at that strength. We're getting ready in a couple of weeks to enter into Leo season. And I do feel that it's like this month, July, is, astrologically speaking, is very powerful. And there's a lot of things moving as far as the astrology, a lot of the, like the planets and, when things are lining up and we have the nodes changing. So it's like there's a lot of things happening that energetically speaking is going to be helping you to do this. And then we have Capricorn energy here with the Devil. We just had that full moon in Capricorn. So it's like what you did at the full moon was like the beginning of it, because the full moon is about releasing. So it's like you released out some kind of block. And this here, it's like it was like the start of you seeing things differently, the start of you seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, the start of you realizing, hey, I don't have to sit here. Like there's something coming up here. And I had done a reading a couple of days ago with regards to an opportunity. And that's what I'm feeling here. It's kind of like there's an opportunity that's presenting itself to you this month that's helping you to believe in yourself again, to help you to believe that you are very much capable of getting all that you've ever wanted. Let's clarify this energy here. Look at that. Treasure. Protect your energy in space. So what I'm feeling here is that there's a need right now for you to protect your energy, your space, to possibly have some alone time here while you pursue this, like these opportunities, or it could be some healing. Look at that. Success. Gradual success with thoughtful action. So there's definitely something that you're doing. There's a lot of hard work. There's a lot, something, you know, because the ladder and climbing the ladder of success, like you're putting in a lot of work. And we have the path here. There's somebody walking here. Like there's a lot, the light and the dark. There's a lot of balancing energy. There's a lot of movement here. And with the devil here, and then we're talking about protection. There's definitely going to be some times here where you're going to have to come up against, be it energy, be it people, but you're going to be coming up against situations that you need to, you know, be alert so that you don't like fall back into a path of like uncertainty. And we have reciprocity. Give help, receive help. There is someone coming in. It could be a possible business partner here, but there's somebody coming in helping. And then we have warning, pay attention to the red flags on top of that devil energy. Yeah. It's kind of like, you know, as far as when we level up, when we're on the spiritual path and we're going through an awakening, there are blessings that pop up. And it's like, I feel when this happens, it's almost as if the divine is saying, did you really learn that? Let's see. So it's like, it's a test. So they're warning you to protect yourself because you will be tested through this. And that's to see if you're really truly ready to like level up, as they say. We have plot twist, unexpected development, and travel. Pack and go. So it could be that you're moving, and that's the plot twist, that you weren't necessarily expecting that, or it could be it's an unexpected trip coming, but there's definitely a change happening. And then we have change. Fear is not a good advisor. So you could be seeing something as a warning sign when actually it's your fear talking. And that's why you're needing to protect your energy. You're needing to stay grounded so that, you know, the negativity of the fear doesn't come in there. The anxiety doesn't come in there and give you this false sense of a red flag, because they're wanting you to continue moving forward on this path. Okay, all right. So I'm going to leave the reading here. I do hope that this message has helped you. And if it has, please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And like and subscribe and hit that bell so that you're notified of your next reading. And I look forward to seeing you then. Take care and have a blessed day.